Live on YouTube, it's the 2026 OEHL playoffs from the Plex in Port Elgin, Ontario, Canada, for tonight's North Division playoff matchup between the Durham Thundercats and the Saugeen Shores Winterhawks. This is game number 3 of the best of 7 series, with the Thundercats leading 2-0. In game number 1, Durham coming away with the victory at the Plex, 6-1 the final. Durham getting goals from Ryan Colhoun, Kyler Nixon, Luke Ureg, Justin Graham, and number 15 Kyle Maloney with a pair. Responding for Saugeen Shores, Miles McLean with the lone goal for the Winterhawks. In game number 2, the Thundercats winning by a score of 5-4. Saugeen Shores actually led this game early on in the third period thanks to Rob Flick, who put the Winterhawks ahead by a score of 4-3. Luke Ureg with 7:37 left in the third, tying it, and Justin Graham with 2:40 remaining in the third period with the winner to give the Thundercats a 2-0 series lead. It's game 3 from the Plex in Port Elgin, Ontario, Canada, next live on YouTube. Yes, that is correct. Andrew Rogers with you, live on YouTube at The Real Raji 21. It is the first time for me this season broadcasting a 2026 OEHL playoff game, and it comes no juicier than Game 3 between the Durham Thundercats and the Saugeen Shores Winterhawks. Old school rivalry that goes way, way back. And Durham leads in the series 2-0 in this best of 7 first round matchup of number 4 Durham and number 5 Saugeen Shores. This is one of 4 games in the OEHL in the playoffs tonight, and should be an absolute dandy of a matchup. Welcome you in to the Plex, which we will do now. There we are. It was snowing like crazy earlier, but it cleared up in time for everybody to get here safely, so thank goodness for that, and thank goodness for Mother Nature. But yes, like I say, Game 3 of this OEHL playoff series, first round matchup, North Division. The Durham Thundercats leading 2-0, as mentioned in the opening. I want to thank Mike McGinney of McGinney Photography for that beautiful video highlight pack that he put together for that. Does tremendous work. Make sure to give him a follow. Also want to thank Emma Nickel Photography for the picture that you saw in the opening graphic at the end of it. And much love and appreciation for her for that and her tremendous work. But we will go here, and we can tell you right off the hop that there is no score currently indicative in the Shelburne-Ripley Game 1 of that best of 7 that was supposed to get underway about 20 minutes ago. So we have no update on the score from there, but we will keep you updated as we go along. Like I say, Durham Thundercats, Ripley Wolves opening up their 2026 playoffs as they had to await the winner of the play-in series, which turned out to be the Shelburne Muskies, who defeated the Creemore Coyotes in that play-in series. But what we'll do here, we'll take this out-of-town graphic out, and we'll go through what we know as of right now. The playoff bracket currently sits this way. You have Shelburne 2-1 over Creemore for the play-in, Milverton on the south side 2-0 over Delhi. So what that means, Shelburne gets Ripley, Milverton gets Seaforth in the first round of the 2026 OEHL playoffs for the Paxton Trophy. Elsewhere, Durham, as mentioned, 2-0 over Saugeen Shores. Elmvale, 2-0 over Georgian Bay. Minto, 1-0 over Lucknow. You have Tavistock on the strength of 2 Andrew Masters shutouts, leading Aaron 2-0. Dunville leading Elora 1-0 in their best of 7. And you have Petrolia and Tilsonburg, who played on Tuesday night in Tilsonburg, Thunder winning 5-2 to even that series at 1. The leading scorers in the OEHL playoffs thus far coming into tonight, Jordan Fuller of Elmvale, 9 points in 2 games. He is on fire right now. Austin Stemler, very tidy play-in series, 6 points. Justin Graham of Durham, 5 points, as well as Kyle Maloney and Kyler Nixon, both of Durham. Also Ryan Colhoun, Luke Urig's there, Brody LeBlanc is there for Durham. So lots of scoring coming from the Durham Thundercats in this series thus far. As we look at the matchup graphic, let's do that first. Again, 6-1 Durham in game 1, 5-4 in Durham the next night in game number 2 to take a 2-0 series lead. So this series works out this way the rest of the way here. Tonight, here in Port Elgin at the Plex. Tomorrow, 6:30, game number 4 in Durham. Game 5, if necessary, is also in Durham on Friday, February 20th. Saturday, February 21st, here at the Plex, 8:45 is puck drop. And then again, game 7, if necessary, Sunday, February 22nd, 5 o'clock in Durham. So that's how the things shake out. Yeah, that's what we know and what we can tell you. What we're going to do, actually, while we have this screen up, I can tell you lineup news as we will go through them. For the Durham Thundercats, starting in goal, he's started both games thus far, is number 29, Brandon Landry. He is 2-0, had a really tidy season, and he gets the call again here in game number 3. Also, starting on the Saugeen Shores Winterhawks side is Clayton Fritsch. He has started both games as well. The backup tonight for Saugeen Shores is number 29, Ty Jackman. Not playing, not dressed for the Durham Thundercats tonight, number 5, Reed Caswell. Number 11, Patrick Brown. Number 13, Austin Griffin. Number 14, Luke Graham. Number 20, Cam Angst. And number 22, Matthew Pruka. Not playing, not dressed for Saugeen Shores. Number 8, Justin Donnelly. Number 11, Mike Johnstone. Number 15, Wyatt McNabb. Number 19, Nick Quaid. Number 20, Caleb Morrison. Number 26, Rob Flick. Number 28, Curtis Johnston. Number 44, Chad Jones. And jersey number change for the Winterhawks is number 97, Ethan Froats. He will wear number 7 this evening. Also, welcoming back to the lineup, his first game in quite some time, number 89, Luke Pither, makes his return to the Saugeen Shores Winterhawks lineup here this evening for this pivotal Game 3 of this best-of-7, in which the Winterhawks trailed the Thundercats 2-0 in the best-of-7. This is game number 3 of the best-of-7 series between the Durham Thundercats and the Saugeen Shores Winterhawks from the Plex here in Port Elgin, Ontario, Canada. I'm Andrew Rogers, the play-by-play man this evening, and we'll be back for Anthem and Puck Drop in a little while. Stick around. Live on YouTube, it's the 2026 OEHL playoffs from the Plex in Port Elgin, Ontario, Canada, for tonight's North Division playoff matchup between the Durham Thundercats and the Saugeen Shores Winterhawks. This is game number 3 of the best-of-7 series, with the Thundercats leading 2-0. In game number 1, Durham coming away with the victory at the Plex, 6-1 the final. Durham getting goals from Ryan Colhoun, Kyler Nixon, Justin Graham, and the Thundercats winning by a score of 5-4. Saugeen Shores actually led this game early on in the third period thanks to Rob Flick, who put the Winterhawks ahead by a score of 4-3. Luke Urig with 7:37 left in the third, tying it, and Justin Graham with 2:40 remaining in the third period from the Plex in Port Elgin, Ontario, Canada, next live on YouTube. Welcome back in, everybody, and to the Plex here in Port Elgin, Ontario, Canada, where we welcome in the audience here who's watching live at the Real Raji 21. Appreciate all of your viewership. We are, if you haven't noticed already, and I'm sorry for that, but there is a out-of-town scoreboard up in that top corner there, and I'm going to try and update it as we go along because there's 3 other games tonight. Tillsonburg in Petrolia taking on the Squires. That one gets underway about the same time as ours. And Dunnville is in Elora. That one gets underway at 8:30 as well. But there is a game that's already underway. It got started about a half hour ago, and that is in Shelburne. The top-seeded Ripley Wolves in the North Division are up 2-0 already on the Shelburne Muskies out-of-town scoreboard. So again, we'll keep you updated as we go along as best we can, and I will give you all that I have to give you. But we are getting ready for Anthem and Puck Drop here at the Plex in Port Elgin, Ontario, Canada. Terrific. Lovely rendition of O Canada. And with that, that signals we are ready for Puck Drop here at the Plex in Port Elgin, Ontario, Canada. Andrew Rogers with you live at the Real Raji 21 on YouTube. Great to have you with us. If you couldn't make it, glad you're tuning in. Starting goaltenders tonight in this matchup. For the Durham Thundercats is number 29, Brandon Landry. He has started both games in the series. He is 2-0. Over on the Saugeen Shores Winterhawks side of things, starting in goal, number 1, Clayton Fritsch. He is 0-2. And Winterhawks need a win on home ice, or else it is going to be a Mount Everest type of climb for the Winterhawks in this series if they should go down 3-0 heading to Durham tomorrow night for game number 4. Durham in the whites, Saugeen Shores in the blues, and we are underway. Andrew Rogers with you. Great to be here. Puck is played into the middle, and now it's into the Durham end. Durham's going to play this up the boards. Now it's going to be into the middle to Luke Uhrig. He brings it in across the zone, shoots. That's off his stick, and it went off the netting, and it will be whistled down. Hello.
Hey, how are you?
Oh, great. Welcome. Great to be here, isn't it? Excellent. Face-off coming up here in the Winterhawks zone. We could tell you still 2-0 for the Ripley Wolves over the Shelburne Muskies in the first period in our out-of-town score. We also have 2 other games going on. They are in the south. Dunnville is in Elora for game number 2 of their best of 7. Dunnville leading 1-0. This is passed across. Nixon shoots wide, blocker hand side. Now it's McLean. He had Pither, and he couldn't get it. He was in behind the defense for a moment there and almost got in for a chance. Luke Pither making his return long awaited to the Winterhawks lineup here in Game 3. Nixon plays it in. In behind the net. It'll be taken there by Todd Hellier. He'll throw it ahead to Pither. He'll shoot it across to McKegg. Into the middle. It's going to be intercepted, though, by Durham. At center now. It'll be played back into the Durham end. Now it's going to be played ahead. And across the line, Durham comes towards the middle. That one's off a skate and in on Fritsch, who makes the save. Going to the net hard there, number 4, Ryan Colhoun. Once again, Andrew Rogers with you live at the Real Raji 21. Great to be here and great to be able to bring you guys the action from the Plex in Port Elgin, Ontario, Canada. Puck is won back. Rob White in the corner, battles there. Gives it away, gets it back. It's in the corner. Now to be played to Anetta off a stick in behind the netted now. Into the corner, Maloney to Justin Graham, who loses it, and now here come the Winterhawks the other way. They're going to bring it ahead and into the Durham end. Good pass there by Erbshot into the middle, and it was off of Landry's stick and out of harm's way. Now it's Graham. He's got a man. Maloney on the far side. Graham. Maloney scores! Kyle Maloney with his third of the series, and it opens the scoring here at the Plex. It's 1-0 Durham. What a pass from Justin Graham. They don't call him Shifty for nothing. Kyle Maloney with the goal that gives the Thundercats a 1-0 lead here in the first. Here come the Winterhawks. That stopped by Landry. Durham has it now in their own end, and they'll skate it out of the zone. Oh, big check there by Logan Freiberger on Riley O'Connell as he went down awkwardly there. Durham has it in their own end now, and they'll play it ahead. O'Connell, Rob White with the hit on him as he's going to go to the bench. That was a little bit of a rough shift for Riley O'Connell, number 21 of Durham. Erbshot picks it up for Saugeen Shores. They'll try and settle things down in their own end. Dawson Farrer, the latest goal for Ripley as they lead it 3-0. This is up the ice, and it's going to be an icing call against Saugeen Shores. Face-off will come back in the Winterhawks zone. So like I say, 3-0 is now the score for Ripley in their game against Shelburne. No other scores to update you on with the Dunville Arrows, Elora Rocks, and then Tilsonburg at Petrolia. As the face-off here is coming up in the Winterhawks zone. This will be to the right-hand side of Clayton Fritsch. Durham leads 1-0. Kyle Maloney on the goal. This will be played out, and it's going to skip over Derek Matheson's stick and go into the Durham end. Matheson plays it ahead. Tipping it in there was Brody LeBlanc. Durham in there after it as LeBlanc's going to come up with it. LeBlanc into the middle, intercepted by Miles McLean. He's going to skate it into the Durham end. He gets pinched off by Brody LeBlanc, who steals it and brings it up the ice. LeBlanc across center, dumps it in. He goes in after it. LeBlanc, an OEHL best, 61 points in the season. This is played ahead. Here comes Donaldson. He puts it across. Pither shoots it in. He'll go in after it. Donaldson there in support. McLean in the corner. Pither looking to the middle, and that one's off the stick of McKegg and over the net. McKegg pinching in from his point area there as Pither shoots it in. Good save by Landry. McKegg again. Can't get the shot away. Back to the line now. McLean shoots. Looking for a deflection. Didn't materialize. Oh my goodness. Here's Brody LeBlanc with it. He'll skate it up across center. He'll take it in. He's got a lane. LeBlanc goes to the backhand. Good save, Fritsch. He got a toe on it. Made the save. Into the middle now. Here's a centering pass. They score. Another one for Durham. This time it's Austin Becker. And Durham has a 2-0 lead. As that one squeaks by Clayton Fritsch, who was unable to get to the post. And Durham, with just about 4 minutes into the hockey game, now lead it 2-0. So goals from Kyle Maloney with his third of the playoffs, and now it's Austin Becker with his first. And we have a 2-0 Durham lead, and Ripley has just scored again. They lead 4-0 in the first. This is played ahead to Keegan Angel. He's going to bring it into the Durham end. Landry with the save. Played in behind the net. Marlowe couldn't come up with it. Now it's going to be played by Durham. It comes around to the other side to former Winterhawk Eric Anetta, number 3. Played to the Durham end, and now it's out as it's played into the middle. And across the line, they're onside. Centering pass out of the reach. Puck is still in the Winterhawks zone as Richardson made that shot, and that was stopped by Fritsch, and now it's out of the zone. Played off a skate, and now it's Erbshot in his own end. He'll play it into the middle to Keegan Angel. Now back to Erbshot in behind the net. Erbshot. He'll skate it out of his own end here. Makes a move at the blue line, almost loses the puck. Now it's going to be played ahead, and Froats couldn't get a hold of it, and it's played ahead. Now it's into the middle. Good pass there to Colhoun. He couldn't get a shot away, and it's Freiberger now. He avoided a check and put it back. And across the line they come. There's a shot. Good save, Landry. That off the stick of number 88, Mike Fegan. And we get a whistle. 14:42 to go here in period number 1. Durham has struck twice, and they lead it here 2-0. They also have a 2-0 lead in the best-of-7 series. Winterhawks trying to gather off the face-off. They can't. Now it's Trevor Houston across. Justin Graham. Graham up the boards. Could be picked up by Colhoun. He couldn't play it in deep. Now it's Graham. Graham plays it around to McKegg in the zone. He can't get it out. Here's a shot from the line. Deflected. Good save, Fritsch. He had to be sharp to keep that puck out. Now here they come the other way. Lightfoot. He loses it. Durham with the transition game. And now it's ahead. Into the zone. Back to get it is the Winterhawks. Hellier up the boards. They get it to the line, and now it's out. Fitzsimmons loses it, though, and now Saugeen Shore's going to try the other side. Back to Kyler Nixon. He'll play it ahead. Maloney, who got the scoring underway, into the middle. Gets it back. Maloney. Back to Colhoun. Back to Matheson. Across to Nixon. Nixon shoots. Oh, he was looking actually for the pass, and he had a man on the back door there. And puck was deflected out of play, and we'll get a whistle. Faceoff will remain in the Winterhawks zone. Alora is up. They have scored. It's now 1-0 for the Alora Rocks over the Dunville Arrows. Puck is shot there, and it's going to corral out of the boards, and we'll get a whistle. So Ripley leading 4-0. Alora leads 1-0 over Dunville, and Tilsonburg and Petrolia scoreless. Face-off coming up here in the Winterhawks end. Going to be played up the boards. Pither. He's going to cross center and come in across the line. Donaldson into the middle to Pither. Back to the line. Erbshot over to Pither. Pither shoots. Oh, good save, Landry. He had to be sharp. Stick his blocker hand up to make a save. McLean to Pither. Pither trying to wrap it around, but was cleared off. There's a shot. They scored. McLean. Pither to McLean, and Landry, I don't think he was expecting that because it beat him clean 5-hole, and Miles McLean, who scored in game number 1, scores again here in game number 3 to tie or to bring them to within 1. It's 2-1 Durham. Miles McLean, the captain of the Winterhawks, puts the Winterhawks on the board. It's now 2-1. And for McLean, that is goal number 2 in these playoffs. This is played ahead, and LeBlanc's going to go in after it with Urig. Here comes the Winterhawks again. Marlowe has McDermott going to the net. He can't get it there. Saucer pass was too hot to handle for McDermott. Now it's going to be Fraz in the corner. He had it stripped away. Durham's going to bring it the other way. LeBlanc at the blue line sends it in. Urig's going to go after it. Fritsch out to play it away. It's in the feet. Durham going to come after it. LeBlanc. He avoided a check and played it across. Played down low now. Durham's going to go in after it and behind the net. Hellier's going to pick it up there for Saugeen Shores. Up around the boards, and it's going to be McDermott. He'll play it across out of the reach of Marlowe, and McDermott goes off for a change. Marlowe on the forecheck, can't get there. Now it's going to be picked up and played by Durham. Urig across the blue line. He's at the end of his shift. He dumps it in. He'll go to the bench. Fritsch plays it around. This is Froats. Froats. He gave it away. Richardson shot wide. Little sloppy in the defensive end for Saugeen Shores there. Almost ends up in the back of the net. Hellier. And behind the net, we have a 2-1 score here. Up ahead, Angel. He took a hit, but he got it to center. Fegan lost it, though. Now it's going to be Durham coming the other way. Richardson with a chance. Stopped by Fritsch. Good save there from the Winterhawk netminder. Off of Luke Richardson. Now it's played out. Durham in their own end. Play it to center. It's over the stick, though, and this is going to be an icing call against the Thundercats. That one hopping over the stick of number 23, Chase Lorenz. Again, we have that out-of-town scoreboard there. Scoreboard watching tonight. The Dunnville Arrows and the Elora Rocks. Elora leading now 2-0. As Durham's going to play this puck to center. Pither at center. He's going to play it back into his own end. Now it's going to come across to Donaldson. He's in across the Durham line. Drops. Pither following. Couldn't get the puck, and it's played out. Justin Graham. He loses it to Donaldson, who takes it from him. Now it's going to be played around to Hellier. Hellier back to Erbshot. Erbshot to Hellier. As we get closer and closer here to the halfway point of period 1. Durham leading 2-1. Now it's going to be picked off there by Durham, and they're going to bring it in across the line. Maloney into the corner. Still with it. Takes it in the corner, looks around, back to line. Here's a blast! Nixon off the pad of Fritsch, who makes the save. Now it's off the glass and out, and Pither's going to go after it. Pither against Nixon. He's all alone. He plays it across. Marlowe off the bench. Shoots, save Landry, and he hangs on. Good vision from Luke Pither to wait that play out and let it develop as Marlowe came flying off the bench and got that high-quality scoring chance. But a good save from Brandon Landry. Face off here to the left of Landry. We're at the exact halfway point of period 1. Durham leads 2-1. They lead in the best of 7 here, 2-0, as McKegg couldn't keep it in. Hellier. He'll play it ahead to Marlowe. In across the line. Marlowe shoots. Good save, Landry. McDermott in the corner. Plays it down low. Marlowe in the corner. Gets some support. Now it's going to be picked up by Fraz. He couldn't shoot. And it goes weakly wide. And it'll be played back to McKegg. He's going to pick it up at the line and play it in around the net. Now it's back into the corner. Winterhawks have it here. Fraz shoots. Save Landry. And he hangs on. Marlowe right on his grill too. Wanted a tip. But he couldn't get his stick on it. .9:24 to go here in period 1. With Durham leading 2-1. Face off here in the Durham end. It's one to the corner. Colhoun plays it up the boards. It's going to come to the line. Kept in by Saugeen Shores. Now back in behind the net. Froats to Fegan. They couldn't get a shot. Wraparound chance. Came loose in front, but Durham was there defensively. Now they're going to bring it ahead. In across the line they come. LeBlanc drops. Shot there. Saved Fritsch. They tried to bang it in off of back of Fritsch, but it didn't work out, and now it's out of the zone. Frote's going to go after it. Can't get there. Jack Weiser plays it ahead. Urig. What a stretch pass that was, but no shot from Durham. Now it's going to be played by the Winterhawks in their own end. This is across to White. He'll throw it up the boards into the Durham end. Back here, this is Brandon Devlin. Got to talk to him a bit before the game. Real nice guy. I think this is the first time I've seen him in the Durham uniform. Late season edition. In behind the net, they battle for it. In behind the net of Fritsch. Durham trying to come up with it. They come out of the corner with it. There's a shot. They score! And they're going to wave this off for interference. The official out of the zone waved this off immediately. And the call on the ice is going to be interference. And I believe it might be goalie interference even. So the goal is negated and a Durham penalty is upcoming here for goaltender interference. And the penalty is going to go to number 9, Alex Paylor. And he's not happy, obviously, because it turns a 3-1 game into now a 2-1 game with a Winterhawk power play. It's the first man advantage for either team in the hockey game. And it goes to the Winterhawks here as they have a chance to tie this thing up here on this man advantage. In the corner, they battle for it. Winterhawks come up with it. Here's a blast. Pither just missed. His blast from the line just missed the top corner on the glove side. Pither again. Back to the line to Hellier. He has options. There's a shot from the line. Stopped right into the breadbasket of Brandon Landry, and he hangs on. Alora up now 3-0 on the Dunnville Arrows in the first. As we update that score for you. Elsewhere, 5-0 Ripley leading Shelburne in the first. This is played around the boards to the line. Hellier keeps it in. Now it's out. And it's going to be Colhoun going after it as they battle. He comes up with it. Centering pass. They score! Short-handed! Justin Graham from Ryan Colhoun. It's a short-handed goal for Durham. Did not see that coming. And Durham actually makes this one count. It's now 3-1 off the short-handed goal from Justin Graham. Wow. So we have a 3-1 lead here for the Durham Thundercats as the Winterhawks now set up again on this power play here, but they trail. Now it's across, and this is McDermott. McDermott in behind the net, looking for options. Has Pither. No shot there. Hellier shoots. That's wide glove side. Ricocheted all the way out to the line, and now it's Durham who's going to carry this out. Playing it into the middle. Here's Urig with a move. Shoots. Save Fritsch. And it's going to be picked up by Hellier. 7 minutes to go here in the first. 40 seconds left in the power play, but Weiser steals. Urig shoots. Glove save Fritsch. And he's going to just hang on to that. So, like I say, out-of-town scoreboard now 6-0 Ripley. I mean, I say what you will about it, but kind of saw this coming. And the Allura Rocks leading Dunnville by a score of 4-0. Puck played to the line as Connor Prinz plays it ahead. Now it's going to be played by Saugeen Shores at the red line as Fraz brings it in. Fraz plays it all the way around. 12 seconds left in the power play for Saugeen Shores. This is going to be played into the corner. Prinz is going to have to get there, and he does, and he gets it out. All the way down to Fritsch. And he has Urig right in his grill as the penalty expires. It's going to be played ahead to Freiberger. He lost it and took a hit from Jack Weiser. 3-1 Durham with 6 minutes left here in the first. Urig steals. Urig shoots. Missed blocker hand side. It's back to line. Devlin plays it down low. Replay to Brody LeBlanc. He's got Urig in support. Can't get it there. Devlin keeps it in. Puts it across. It's played in deep. Freiberger off the boards. Can't get it out. Kept in there by Durham, and they put the pressure on. They never stop skating. Urig in the corner. He was hauled down. Back to LeBlanc, who plays it to Urig in the corner. Urig to the net. Stopped by Fritsch. It's been all Durham in this Saugeen Shores zone here. They steal it again. LeBlanc can't get the shot away. Still steals. Devlin's got it at the line. Plays it across. Going to be picked up by Saugeen Shores. And Sutter's going to get it finally out of the zone. Now it's in on Landry. 4:57 to go. 3-1 Durham leads. Latest goal from Justin Graham, a shorthanded tally. This one's in. If he played it into the middle and is picked off by Saugeen Shores, and they're going to skate this puck out. Off the skate of Pither, he couldn't pick it up. Now it's Hellier. He plays it over to McKeag. Plays it ahead and off a skate. Linesman taking a little bit of a bump there, but he looks to be okay. Luke Richardson plays it in now, number 17. I got to remember that Luke Richardson wears 17 and not 18 for Durham. There's a shot, and Landry makes the save, and he's going to hang on to the rebound. In Shelburne, Luke Richardson wore 18, excuse me. So that's what I'm used to having him wearing. But like I say, for Durham, wearing number 17. So got to keep that in mind. Ripley leads 6-0 over Shelburne. Alora leading 4-0 over Dunnville. Puck back to the line. It's going to come out. Herbshaw plays it back in. 4 minutes to go here in period number 1. 3-1 Durham is the lead. Into the middle now to Maloney. He had it taken away, but now it's going to be played by Nixon. He puts it up to Colhoun in across the line. Colhoun. Now it's going to be played in the middle. It's intercepted by McDermott. McDermott in the skates in the neutral zone there. Loses it to the Thundercats. Nixon going to pick it up. He's got room on that side. He'll play it ahead to Graham. Graham back to Nixon. Nixon to Graham. Justin Graham. Back to Colhoun. It was out of his reach. Winterhawks are going to get this puck out. Nixon. He'll play it ahead to Maloney. In across the line he comes. Puts it back to Nixon. Following the play. Shoots. Good save. Fritsch. Got a blocker on it. Graham to the puck. Durham's to every loose puck right now. Nixon had Fritsch out of the net there at a certain point, but hounded there, and now it's out of the zone. Fegan. He's going to go against Devlin. He takes him out. Freiberger, good chance there as Landry makes the save, and he's going to hang on. .254 to go now here in the first period. It's 3-1 for Durham. Faceoff going to be controlled by Durham off that faceoff, and now it's going to be played away, but McLean picked it off and then gave it away to Urig. He's going to skate it up the ice. He'll go in for a chance here. Across. Oh, what a save! Weiser with the shot. Fritsch with the save. It's still in by Durham. Here's another one, and Fritsch, another save off of Luke Urig. Man, these guys, if they don't skate, they stick handle, and boy, oh boy, are they putting on a display here in the first period. They lead it by a score of 3-1 with 2:32 to go. Out of town, Alora leading Dunnville 4-0. Ripley leading Shelburne 6-0. Scoreless between Tilsonburg and Petrolia. Here's a blast. That's over the net. There's another one off the stick of Fritsch and into the corner. Back to the line. Nixon keeps it in. Across, into the middle now. Urig. He shoots, glove save, but he's hooked. And we're going to get a penalty drawn. And this one's going to go to Pither, I believe, for the hook. Or they're going to call it interference. I'm not sure if I necessarily agree with what the call is, but it's a penalty because he took him down. And so Durham is going to get a man advantage here with 2:12 left to go. And you have to imagine that Pither doesn't like that call. So we're going to get a Durham power play with a face-off here in the Saugeen Shores zone. Going to be one back by Durham as they take control on the power play. Into the middle, Colhoun back to the line. Matheson across. Controlled by Durham. Devlin shoots off a stick, just wide. I think that went off Vandy Fraz. Big hit by Marlowe. Can't get the puck off O'Connell. Back to the line to Matheson. Across. Devlin. Matheson again. He'll put it across to O'Connell. Riley O'Connell, number 21, puts it down low. He'll go into the corner now. Switching places. Looking for a man in front. Still has it in behind the net. Colhoun takes a cross check. Back to the line. Devlin can't keep it in. It's going to be all the way down the ice. Landry leaves it there for Devlin. 1:23 to go in the first period. Devlin's going to go to the box for a change. Here's Kyler Nixon. Nixon across center, puts it across LeBlanc, and they're offside at the line. Offside Durham with 1:12 to go in the first. 1 minute exactly to go in Pither's penalty. This one's going to be one to the boards. Going to be picked up by Maloney, who has it now. He'll play it to Luke Urig. He'll turn and skate it into the zone. Urig with the puck in the corner, back to the line to Maloney. He'll put it into the middle to Nixon. Nixon across to LeBlanc. Shoots, save, Fritsch. It's to the line. Going to be kept in by Durham here. Maloney down low. This is Justin Graham to Maloney. Maloney, no shot yet. Nixon across into the middle. It's intercepted by the Winterhawks. They can't get it out, however. Now they'll get a chance, and they do, as we're down the ice. 30 seconds to go here in the first. 16 left in the power play. Here's Nixon. He's going to bring it all the way into the Winterhawks zone. He'll skate it into the corner. Centering pass. Can be picked up by LeBlanc. Centering. Score! Nixon with Winterhawks all over the ice, including Clayton Fritsch. Nets off. Doesn't matter. Nixon with the power play goal. Durham leads 4-1 here. My goodness. What can't they do? Kyler Nixon, the latest for Durham, and they take a 4-1 lead here in the first period. Wow. Hellier, he's going to play it in his own end ahead, and 6 seconds left as McLean puts a shot in on Landry, who makes the save. It's going to be out of the zone, and that's going to do it for period one. 20 minutes are in the books. Durham Thundercats commanding 4-1 lead after 20 minutes. Andrew Rogers on the play-by-play with you live at the Real Raji 21. Great to be with you. We'll be back for period two in a little while, everyone. Stick around. Live on YouTube, it's the 2026 OEHL playoffs from the Plex in Port Elgin, Ontario, Canada, for tonight's North Division playoff matchup between the Durham Thundercats and the Saugeen Shores Winterhawks. This is game number 3 of the best of 7 series, with the Thundercats leading 2 games. In game number 1, Durham coming away with the victory at the Plex, 6-1 the final. Durham getting goals from Ryan Cole, Kyler Nixon, Luke Ureg, Justin Graham, and number 15 Kyle Maloney with a pair. Responding for Saugeen Shores, Miles McLean with the lone goal for the Winterhawks. In game number 2, the Thundercats winning by a score of 5-4. Saugeen Shores actually led this game early on in the third period thanks to Rob Flick, who put the Winterhawks ahead by a score of 4-3. Luke Ureg with 7:37 left in the third, tying it, and Justin Graham with 2:40 remaining in the third period with the winner to give the Thundercats a 2-0 series lead. It's game 3 from the Plex in Port Elgin, Ontario, Canada, next live on YouTube. All right, everybody, welcome back in. We are at the tail end of the first intermission as we get set for period number 2. Been following on the out-of-town scores. Going to check back in with that before we get started here in the second period. 6-0 Ripley, 1-0 Petrolia, 5-0 Elora leads over Dunnville. Excuse me. So, second period action about to get underway here. And we'll just leave that score up there. Petrolia 1, Tillsonburg 0. And we'll get going here. Second period getting underway. Fritsch still in the net for Saugeen Shores. Brandon Landry still in the net for Durham. And we are underway. I want to shout out to everybody watching live on YouTube at the Real Raji 21. Great to be with you. Urig brings it in across the line. Stopped by Fritsch. He's going to bobble that, and it's in behind the net now. Saugeen Shores is going to pick this puck up, though, and play it into the middle. Pither across the line has McLean. Can't get a shot away. Durham picks the puck up and plays it out. McKegg able to chop it down at center. Now it's McLean. He's got Pither. Break here. Shot save. Rebound. That one bounded out as Landry comes up big. Now here comes Durham the other way with a chance. There's a save from Fritsch. Weiser picks it up, plays it down to LeBlanc. LeBlanc taken out there heavily by Hellier as it's going to be picked up by Saugeen Shores. McLean across center. He has the lone goal for Saugeen Shores. Here's a shot. Scores! Luke Pither! His return game, and he's on the board. He cuts the Durham lead in half. It's 4-2 for the Thundercats. That's a big goal here in this second period. There you go. That's the goal that the Winterhawks desperately needed from number 89, Luke Pither. He set up Miles McLean in the first period, and he's on the board himself, and it makes it 4-2 here in the second. So that's like I say, massive goal for the Winterhawks as they plan to chip away here at the Thundercats lead, which is now at 2. Pither with the goal, his first of the playoffs in his return game to the lineup. Here's a blast from the line, stopped by Fritsch, and it's going to be played by the Winterhawks out of the zone. Spencer Sutter up the ice, he'll play it in off the end boards. Weird hop in front, and now it's Fitzsimmons. Down to Sutter, who couldn't get it as it was picked off by Durham. Now it's Colhoun. He's got it in behind his own net, and he'll play it to the boards to Annetta. Eric Annetta, number 3, plays it ahead, and Sutter has it for Saugeen Shores, but he gives it away. And across the line, this is played down low by Houston. Now it's Prinz at the line. He'll shoot it in off the end boards, and Erbschot's going to pick it up for Saugeen Shores. Pressured there, but he's got it still, and he'll skate it out of his own end. Tried to fire it ahead, and it went off a body of Durham, negating the icing. Now it's going to be picked up. Erbschot plays it toward the net. Erbschot's going to get it back, but Durham plays it to the line. McKegg keeping it in, plays it down low. McDermott still has it, but loses it now, and can be played to Fraz. Fraz down low to McDermott on the backhand. Now it's going to be played out by Durham, and they're going to bring it up the ice. In across the line is Devlin. Toward the net, Fritsch with the save. Down low. You guys can go ahead if you'd like. Now it's going to be played to the line to Devlin again. Shoots, deflected just wide. Can be played by Saugeen Shores off the glass and out. Prinz picks it up, plays it across. Durham's got it in the neutral zone. Up the ice, big check there at the red line. Now it's going to be in across the line. Erbschot's got to come back for it. Erbschot had a man going through the net middle. It's Pither. He put down, shoots so wide, glove side. Excuse me, that was Donaldson. I thought it was Pither who was away. But he got that shot off on his knees and almost scored. That would have been highlight reel worthy. McKegg in the corner. He takes his man down, gets control of the puck here. McKegg again. Going to play it across to Pither. Across center, he loses an edge, but he gets it over to Hellier. And across the line, Hellier shoots, save Landry, and McLean can't get that rebound. So now we get a whistle and a face-off coming up here. $7-0 Ripley, 2-0 Petrolia, and 5-0 Elora are out-of-town scores. We're going to keep this Petrolia score up here as they've now lead 2-0. Puck is in the Durham zone. There's a center pass, they score! This is Donaldson off the pass from Pither in behind the net. And just like that, it's two quick ones for the Winterhawks here in the second, and all of a sudden it's a game, folks. 4-3 now. And boy, that's got to feel good for Donaldson. Trevor Donaldson with his first of the playoffs off of Luke Pither, who, again, in his return game, 3 points for Pither already on all three Winterhawks goals. Just unreal stuff. They've missed him badly. So it's a 4-3 game now here. It's going to be picked off there by the Winterhawks, and they're going to bring it up the ice. McLean, he'll play it into the middle to Hellier, who shoots. That's wide, blocker side. Played across to Pither. There's a big battle going on in front of Matheson and Donaldson. A couple of hacks at Matheson, and he's going to go to the box. And how many are they going to give him here? That was a heck of a battle that they had in front, and there was a couple of healthy hacks from Matheson on Donaldson, who just scored to make it and they're going to give him a double minor as they should. It's 4 minutes for Matheson. Double minor. He hacked him a couple times and got him in the face pretty good too. Cross check and a slash. Oh yeah, he got him good. And hold on, we're going to get a 4 minutes. 4 minutes. So this puts the Winterhawks on a power play here for 4 minutes. It's a double minor. So they score on the first 2 minutes. It's still a power play for another 2 minutes. So they could technically score twice here on the man advantage. Now it's being adjusted here, and it'll go up on the board here soon. So a 4-3 game, and it's a double minor on Matheson. That gives the Winterhawks a 4-minute power play here, double minor. So again, they're going to be 5-on-4 for 2 minutes, and if the Winterhawks score, there'll be a power play for another 2 minutes. Back at the line, Hellier. Winterhawks with life here. Back to McLean. Over across to Hellier. Puts it across to Pither. Pither to Hellier. Shot there from the line, deflected into the corner. And now there's a big hit, and we're going to get a penalty here to Fegan. And what are they going to call here? Crowd chanting for a fight, but that's not going to happen. And Fegan's going to go off, and I don't know what the call is here. Maybe boarding. But the referees are at center, and they're discussing it. So that one on 25 of Durham, that's Aiden Doig, who was hit by Fegan. And this call is crucial here, because if it's 2, then the Winterhawks will still get a power play once the penalty's over. But if it's a 5, then that could mean the end of the night for Fegan. If it's a boarding major, I don't know if that's what they're going to call here or not. No, they're just going to call a boarding. So 2 minutes, from my understanding here. We'll see what comes up on the board here. And it's going to be 2. So that'll make it 4-on-4 here for 1:38. So that negates the power play. But now there's a little bit more ice out there. as this face-off is going to be in the Winterhawks zone. 4-on-4 for 1:38. They're calling it rough. It was more of a board, but either way, it's a penalty against Fegan. And again, 4-on-4 here for a bit. Lots of room for the Durham Thundercats and their skaters. What a save from Fritsch, and that's out of play. That's a big stop with the Winterhawks having scored twice to get him back in the game, and he makes a big stop there off the Durham captain. 8-0 Ripley leads, 2-0 Petrolia, 6-0 Alora is our out-of-town scores. And again, we'll keep you up to date as we go along here. Puck in the Winterhawks zone as Hellier picks it up. Donaldson puts it across. He's back out there after he took a couple healthy hacks. Donaldson off of Matheson, Derek Matheson, who's in the box currently. Pither had the puck stripped away, and here comes Durham the other way. This is LeBlanc. Into the middle, no shot yet. There it is, off a stick and out of play. Man, this guy is so good. 31 goals in the regular season, 30 assists, 61 points. Just unreal. Led all the OEHL scorers in points with 61. Just had an unreal season. Luke Ehrig, his line mate, number 28, finished with 58 points, tied for second with Elmvale's Jacob Kelly. And Jack Weiser, who is also right up there in scoring, the other man on that line, number 7, had a great year as well. Here's a shot on Landry from Freiberger, and Landry makes the save. We'll get a face-off in the Durham end. Like say out of town, Alora 6-0 over Dunville, Petrolia 2-0 over Tilsonburg, and Ripley 8-0 over Shelburne. We have that score up there for you, 2-0 Petrolia. This one's going to be shot back in the Durham end, and they're going to come up with it. This is Devlin, excuse me. He plays it into the middle to Weiser. He's got it in the corner. Jack Weiser, number 7 with it. In the corner, get us away from Rob White. Still holding and back to the line to Devlin. Plays it down low. It'll be soon a Winterhawks power play as the penalty will expire to Fegan. Back to the line to Devlin. He'll shoot. Deflected just wide. Centering pass. Fritsch was able to keep that out, and White with the big hit in behind the net. As the Thundercat player slow to get up, that was Weiser who was blasted by White. Now it's a power play, and Fegan's out of the box. And we're going to get a whistle here. And Weiser is upset on the bench. I didn't know what that call was, but he is not happy. So we'll get a face-off back in the Winterhawks zone. Winterhawks are on a power play here now for 1:29. Maybe it was a 2-line pass. I'm not 100% sure of that. But either way, Winterhawks have it in their own end, and they'll bring it out on this power play here. It's still 4-3 Durham. Hellier into the zone. They play it off the boards. Can be kept in. In the corner, they battle for it there. Winterhawks still have it. In the corner is McDermott. Plays it around. Looking for Pither. Back to the line to Hellier. Hellier across to McLean. McLean shoots off a skate. It's kept in by the Winterhawks. Pither. No shot yet. Still has it. Fegan's gone down a few times, but Durham picks this puck up. He'll bring it out of the zone. It's Colhoun. He'll play it in on Fritsch, and it'll be held. Mike Fegan was worked over a number of times as he was dumped to the ice. And now the face-off back in the Winterhawks zone with 42 seconds left on the power play. 12:06 here in period number 2. Durham 4, Saugeen Shores 3, Game 3 of this best-of-7 series. We're live at the Real Raji 21, and Durham leads in the best-of-7 2-0. 35 seconds left in the Winterhawk power play. Game 4 of this series tomorrow in Durham, 6:30 is the start time. This is in across the line. Pither, backhand there, goes to the corner. Durham trying to gain control of the puck. LeBlanc has it now. He'll play it around to the open side to Anetta. He's going to turn and fire it down the ice. Fritsch out to play it. He's going to leave it there for Hellier. Gives a little stick tap to Urig. Excuse me. Ahead to Pither. One last chance here. We're back to even strength. Pither centers. It's out of the reach. Saugeen Shore is able to keep the puck in, but now Durham will get it out. And now Urig, or O'Connell, puts it back to Richardson. We're back to even strength. Puck is in deep. Durham with it. They can't get a shot, however. It's still in the zone as Winterhawks able to get it to the line and out, and now it's down the ice. Landry out to play it away to Nixon. Nixon plays it around the other way. Richardson throws it to Nixon. He's battled with in the corner, but he gets away. Now he'll put it ahead. Here comes LeBlanc. He's taken down, and Fraz picks it off. He comes the other way. Fraz leaves for Marlowe, shoots off a body and into the corner. Marlowe again with Donaldson. Try to center. Donaldson still has it. He'll turn, fire it toward the net. Fraz has to play it to the line. Played in deep. Off the boards, but Landry's got it, and he's going to hang on as Nixon and Marlowe come together. And they'll get mixed up in behind the net here, and I'm sure we'll get penalties. So I don't know what we'll make of all of this, but with 10:19 to go, players will be separated, penalties will be handed out here, and we probably will be even aside after all is said and done. 8-0 Ripley lead, 6-0 Elora lead over Dunnville, 2-0 Petrolia. As that's where we stand in our out-of-town scores. Ooh, excuse me. As they get together and sort everything out. Instead of flipping back and forth, I'm just going to keep those up. 8-0 Ripley, 6-0 Elora, 2-0 Petrolia. As they sort everything out. So penalties all aside, and it keeps us even as Durham's going to bring this puck ahead as Maloney has it, shoots, save Fritsch, and he's going to hang on and get a face-off, force a face-off, excuse me. And yeah, we'll get a face-off. We're at the exact point of the second period, the halfway point. We were at this point for a face-off in the first period as well, which is wild. But yeah, 4-3, Durham leads. in the second period here with 10 minutes remaining. Face off in the Winterhawks zone. Andrew Rogers with you live at the Real Raji 21. Great to be with you. This is played ahead. Now it's going to come out, and Maloney's going to come back for it. Played into the middle. It's picked off by Fegan, but he couldn't go after it as it was laid offside. Now it's Durham with it. Neutral zone. It'll be played across to Doig. He'll throw it in and take a hit. Winterhawks have it in their own end, and this is played away to Freiberger, who's got it. He's got Fegan in the middle. Fegan shoots off a stick, and that is going to go out of play. So good chance there. Nice pass across from Freiberger to Fegan, and his shot went off a stick and out of play. Face-off coming up here in the Durham end. It's played all the way around, and Hellier's going to keep it in. Now it's down to Urig in the corner. Up the boards, it's going to come to the line and out. McKegg's got to come back for it, but it's going to be Hellier there for the Winterhawks. Off the boards and out of the zone. Brandon Devlin plays it ahead. It's going to be picked by Weiser, who turns and fires it into the Winterhawks zone. Thereafter it is LeBlanc. Good save by Fritsch. Now it's McLean into the middle. Looking for Pither, who's up, or Donaldson, who's up there. He's got Pither with him. It's on the boards, but now it's going to be Durham getting the puck out. And a centering pass to LeBlanc. He's in, shoots. High glove side, just missing. Good chance there for Brody LeBlanc, number 19. Now it's played across nicely to McDermott. McDermott is in, goes to the middle. Shot save, rebounds. It's swallowed up by Landry, and we'll get a whistle. And another pushing match here for Sutter, and they're going to go. Sutter and Alex Paler are chucking them. That's a good tilt, and down they go. The building's raucous after that. It was kind of more of a wrestling scrum, but there was a couple of haymakers in there. Not bad. Not bad. Taylor's trying to get his team going with that. Sutter's just responding to being kind of worked over there in the front of the net area, and penalties to them. Fighting Majors, I'd imagine. And they'll go to their respective rooms as we have 8:22 remaining here in the second period. Andrew Rogers on the play-by-play with you, live at the Real Raji 21. If you're watching on YouTube, thank you very much. Make sure to like, follow, subscribe. You can find me on all the social medias under that handle as well, at the Real Raji 21. Want to give a big shout out to Mike McGinney of McGinney Photography. He did the opening video montage and does a lot of great work for Saugeen Shores Winterhawks and surrounding areas with their social media. He's a content creator, really pushing the senior hockey and getting the word out there. So he does tremendous work, tremendous contributions, and just a great ambassador of the OEHL. So thanks to Mike for that. Like I say, the next game in this best of 7 series is tomorrow night in Durham, game 4 of this series. You have that one at 6:30.
That's our first major penalty of the season.
I was just told, fun fact for you all, that it is the first major penalty of this season for the Winterhawks. Bet you can't say the same about Shelburne.
They probably have several tonight.
It's 8-0, so chances are good about that. But it's a power play by the looks of it here as Paler gets the extra 2, and it puts the Winterhawks on the power play here. Here's a chance there. That's off a stick and out of play, and Faceoff will remain in the Durham zone. So, yeah, penalties aplenty, and whistle here. Face-off done unfairly, and they'll drop it again. So Alex Paylor's night's done. Spencer Sutter's night is done as well, as they get Fighting Majors. Alex Paylor with the extra penalty. So Winterhawks on the power play here in a 4-3 game. McLean back. Pither shoots. Wide glove side. Just missed. McLean trying to gate in on the boards. Keeps it in. Fegan down low to McDermott. Fegan again, fanned on it. McLean backhand, and he had it kind of flutter into Landry, who made the save, and he'll hang on. Big chance there for Miles McLean, but he can't capitalize. So 4-3, a minute 21 left in the power play here for the Winterhawks. Back to the line to Hellier. He can't keep it in. He loses it. And here's LeBlanc shorthanded. The Thundercats already have a shorthanded goal in the game. McLean plays it back to Hellier, who's going to set it up in behind his own net. 1:05 in the power play left. Hellier ahead. This is Pither in across the line. Pither into the middle. What a pass to McDermott. No! It stays out. Boy, that was close. What a chance. Fegan dropping it to McDermott, who went to the backhand and almost snuck that one in on Landry. That couldn't have stayed out by much because it was close. But when the whole bench reacts that way, I mean, maybe they get the benefit. But the referee's in a perfect spot for that. So he makes a great call there, and it remains a 4-3 game. 51 left in the power play. To the corner, Fegan's got it. He'll set up to the outside. Leaves there, Pither. Back to Hellier. Hellier to Pither. Pither shoots. Wide blocker side, and it's going to careen all the way out and down the ice. So that's going to kill some clock here. 30 seconds left in the power play now. Back to Pither. He's the last man back against Maloney. Pither's going to drop it there. Hellier's got it, and 16 now on the power play. Hellier going to play it ahead. Pither into the middle to Fegan, who's going to bring it in across the line finally. Here's a shot saved. Landry makes the save, hangs on, no rebound. 4 seconds now left. Scores remain the same as Ripley up 8-0, Alora 6-0, Petrolia 2-0. 4 seconds in the power play here. Gonna come loose. Good save, Landry. Kept in by the Winterhawks as we're back to 5-on-5 here. Winterhawks have it. Here's a chance off a stick, and that's going to bound out of play as well as we get a whistle. Face off there, going to be controlled by Durham, and it's out of play as it's on the Winterhawks bench. So we'll get another whistle. 6 minutes exactly to go here in period number 2. And we have a 4-3 Durham lead. If you guys subscribe to my YouTube channel, I will be in Elmvale tomorrow for Elmvale Harvesters, Georgian Bay Apple Kings. That's a 4:30 start on Valentine's Day. Game 3 of that series between the Elmville Harvesters and Georgian Bay Apple Kings. Elmville leading in the best of 7, 2-0. Georgian Bay with a big mountain to climb in that series. Here's Luke Richardson. Takes it to the outside and behind the net into the corner. He gets tripped down. Freiberger looking for it. Knocks it loose. Erbschot battles there. As it's going to come back to the line of Connor Prinz. He'll play it across. Aneta into the middle, off a stick. Prinz, that took a weird hop on him before he could get the shot away. Here's Freiberger up the ice. Winterhawks with room. Here's a shot save, rebound. Fegan couldn't unload on that shot as he fans on that one as well. Now it's going to come to Erbschot. He'll play it across. He was looking for Freiberger. He couldn't capitalize. Up the boards, hit there by Froats, and now it's out of the zone and into the neutral area. Erbschot's going to pick it up. He's going to skate it across center into the Durham end. He'll go wide. He loses the puck, however, and now we get a chance here as Justin Graham was almost away. Now it's in the middle. Oh, wow, what a chance for Colhoun, but he knifed it wide, and it's going to be played out by Saugeen Shores. Boy, Justin Graham was all alone. What a stretch pass, Maloney! In! It's in. Wow, what a first save for Fritsch, but he put himself out of position, and Maloney put it in, and he put his own rebound in. And for Kyle Maloney, that's now twice in this series. He has scored multiple times, and he extends the Durham lead here. It's 5-3. What an effort from number 15 of Durham. Holy jumping. Man, that would have been save of the year if Fritsch keeps that out. But alas, it ends up in the back of the net, and Maloney has 2. And again, we're back to a 2-goal lead for Durham here. Up the boards, and it's going to be chipped in by the Winterhawks, who are going to go in after it. Winterhawks had a ton of momentum before that goal from Maloney. Weiser now. Into the middle, post and out. I think it hit the post or the crossbar. It definitely hit iron in behind Fritsch, but it stays out. Here's a chance for Marlowe up the ice. The 2-6s into the corner. Nixon trying to get away from Marlowe, and he does magically up the ice. Drops there. LeBlanc scores! And all Clayton Fritsch can do is put his hands in the air, because I don't think he saw it, but he definitely heard it go by him.